So this topic is going to be about something that is essential to behavior change. It doesn't matter which area of the holistic fitness model you're trying to address and improve, this is really important. And this is based on the saying that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time around, or those are your heaviest influencers and who you are and who you're going to become. And so that's really important to understand how the people you surround yourself are going to reinforce what you are or what you want to become. So that's really important. I know that for me, when I'm working with clients, it's if I don't have the ability to get them to see that and see the connections and that influence, it's really difficult. But on top of that, I'm going to take it a step further, because a lot of times when we think about this, we externalize things. So here's some fancy artwork, stick people. So you've got the 5 people. It's this bi-directional arrow that's saying, hey, there's an influence there. You influence them. There's 5 people. My add onto this is that there's a 6th person, and that 6th person is you. And so a lot of times we think about externalizing, and when we do that, we lose a lot of our power. And why is this really important? Because you may have a really close loved one that you can't just cut out of your life, that you still value that relationship. And in essence, you actually can help them by being a demonstrator of this new change. So this 6th person is demonstrated with a box. And the box is because a box is our archetype, our role, our box, our limitation, our identity. And so as much as we like to cling into this identity is what is keeping you where you are. And so when you think about, oh, I have this behavior change, don't just look at your external relationships. Think about that relationship within yourself. Because a lot of times these patterns that you start, this box you've created, is going to limit you from really being successful. For example, let's say that, and this happens a lot, there might be someone I recommend, hey, you should remove gluten from your diet. And then they go, whoa, not eat bread? How can I not eat bread? And so you can already start to see, maybe you don't feel it if it's you that's saying that, but you can start to see how someone's identity, their box, is putting them in that, and it's limiting them and producing suffering. And it doesn't mean you never have it again. Each case is very specific, but just that understanding of that box you created, it doesn't matter who you surround yourself, but if you continue to identify with that, you're never going to change. You're going to actually create friction in these new relationships because they're trying and they're helping you build, and you're not willing to recreate yourself as well. So over the next week, think about that. Think about how your relationships influence you and how maybe some of those relationships need to shift, but also look into your box, your persona, your identity, and how that might be limiting you. Don't always externalize. Build that internal locus of power, of control, and look at yourself. So do that for the next week. In the meantime, be well and enjoy the moment.